Welcome to my channel. My name's Berenice and they call me Belle for short. Today I'm going to show you how I made a churn dash. I'm not teaching you, well you might learn. This is my attempt. The first one I made wasn't very good, and for practice anyway, but I did make a second one for you. So we'll see how we go with that, eh? So thank you for watching. It'd be lovely if you subscribe. I can never say that word. Subscribe, like, and in the comments as well. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Okay. So let's get sewing or cutting. Cutting first. I want to make this churn dash, and I've got a whole load of different blues and greens, and I thought maybe I'll make a quilt like that, or I might make different blocks. I bought a book and I do find it a bit hard. This is a 6-inch block, but it comes out at 6.5. It's confusing, and when it said these triangles, do a scant 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to do it again. This one is not 1/4 of an inch there, so I'm going to have trouble joining it to another one, but I'm going to give it another go. So the first thing we do is get, hold on, that's the wrong blue, 2 7/8. Two of them. I've just cut that edge, so that's fine. It seems funny that it says 2 7/8 and yet do a scant 1/4 of an inch. That could be anything, to my mind anyway. So, I'll put my line on the fold, 2 7/8 along there. I'm going a bit slower because it's such a fiddly size. I need 2 of these squares for each block to make 4. It's going to have a different this colour with it, so I'm going to make it 3 on the last. There's not matching edge at this left hand side, so I'm going to cut that off there, whip it around, and then 2 7/8. I have to keep telling myself, as you probably know if you've been watching me. 2 7/8. Put that in my bin down there. So I'm going to keep that there and get this one. And this is my straight edge here. Just making sure that this edge is okay. Let's get this out of the way before I get in the pickle. My usual pickle. It's such a precise cutting. So my line's down here, 2 7/8. I don't like that at the top. I wandered a bit, slightly, but I mean 7/8, it's nothing, is it? Just about see the dash line on the ruler. 2 7/8. I'll just take my time so my ruler doesn't slip. I haven't put any sticky bits on it yet. I've had it for about 3 months. So again, I'm going to do the 3. See, that's not matching. So I should do the 3-inch there and then turn it round. Line at the bottom. I'd like to do a few different blocks, but this book, I'm not going to tell the book name. I find it a bit confusing. As I say, I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. We're always learning. That's it. And before I go any further, I'm going to mark the line lighter sides. And this is an iron away pen. You can use a pencil, it won't show. You're going to cut on this line. I got 9 away. So make sure it's right now. I tried to leave the width of the pen or pencil that I'm using as well. Take. So that's enough for one churn block there. And then the next section is these here. They're 1.5 by 2.5. That's one. Which I've got some here from that previous one I've done. See, that's 1.5. Yeah. And that's a straight, and in fact that's the fold. I'm going to do it again like I did before. That's a bit off, so I'm going to 2.5. So I'm going to make it a bit more than 2.5 here. Make sure my lines are matching top and bottom straight. 1.5. And flip it round. Need 4 of these. 2. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this edge I know is straight now. I haven't moved it anywhere. And I'll get that out of there. That's 4. And then I've got the same, hopefully, get rid of my rubbish. I don't think that's 5 inches, so we'll do another one, doesn't matter. 2.5. And that's not going to be 2.5, I know it's not. Oh, it is, it is, it is. Oh, I got away with that, look. 2.5. So there's 4 each of them. So now we'll go on the sewing machine and put them together. So, that sewing machine, got your thing for me bracelets. The other bracelets that came off when I was in hospital, I haven't put them back on. Got a hair done today. Look alright? Look alright? Right, we'll get these right to weigh together because I sewed them wrong. So, matching up, line in the middle, and I'm going to use a 1/4 inch foot and rest it on that line. Rest it on that line as we're sewing along. You think, oh, that doesn't match, you know, 2 7/8. So, that'll be 1/4 inch then. Now you could chain pieces these if you're doing a whole load of them, but I'm not. I'm pretty new to that. So that's bifocals. That's the line there. So we'll do the other side as well. Hopefully this will work out. See, so we've sewn 1/4 inch each side of that marked line, and we do the same. So when we cut it in the middle, that's one block, and you've got the same the other, which you'll see in a minute. Make sure you got it the right side. I sewed it that way, and then you can't undo it because you might not cut on that line, and it's a 1/4 inch. Yeah. Anyway, a mess. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I'll put my 1/4 inch foot on the line, and just my needle's just going to catch the fabric. So I'll cut it, but if you're making lots of them, especially if they're the same colour, you can do this in chain piecing. But I'm not, because I'm not as confident as I'd like to be. Me and my son made a few blocks, different blocks, and it is knowing how to put them together. You know, as I said, it said this scant, and I'm going to cut that in the middle. So these parts, see, they're the 4 blocks we've just made, which will be cut. So now we're doing these 2, but 4 times. And that explains. These are 1.5 by 2.5, as I said. I cut them. I hope I did. When I get them undone. And we're going down the long length. Under there neatly bow. Because I've got no issues with these, I should chain piece these. Separate these 2 and these 2. Nice blue that, isn't it? So I don't know whether to do all churns in different colours. Might be an idea, isn't it? All different blocks. You'll see as the video evolves. I like working like that, as you know. I hope you know. Last one. I'm half sitting on my chair here. Just making sure everything's lined up nice. And that's all there is by sewing these little bits together. I shall press them and show you the layout in a minute. Before I press them, I've obviously got to cut these in half. Now I'm taking it really close, point to point, even though I've got a line, because the blade is no thickness at all. That's 2. And 4. And then they open up like that. I will press them to the wrong side, so the dark's on the wrong, and you get the dogtails, and I will cut them off. With me? I'll show you in a minute. So now I'm going to lay them out for you. I'll tilt this board up in a minute. And I can see, hopefully they match. Hopefully. I haven't cut the dovetails off yet. So that's it. So I'm just going to go and cut the middle section, which is 2.5 inches. So that's the 2.5. Stick that in the middle. And it's pretty, isn't it? I like it. Yeah, I do like it. So, got myself my chair. My chair's on a carpet, and that doesn't move easy. But I'd be complaining if it was on a wooden floor, wouldn't I? I'd be sliding all over the place. So, that pleases some people. Cup of coffee. I do a bit of gaming with my son, so I had a couple of hours doing that. But I said, I've got to go, got to do this. Yeah, I'm into computers quite big. I've only been playing, well, I've been playing games for about 5 years, but I'm starting to get good at it now. I know what I'm doing. Cup of coffee, I'm a rare coffee drinker. Tea, good old British tea. So, let's get on with this, shall we? So I'm going to take it off the board, let's show you. I'm going to take it off the board, like that, and flip it over. Hold on, see, mistakes. Little dogtails, look. See them? And cut them off. Still have army scissors, my ordinary big scissors. So we're going to have a mess on my floor with these. Put it back in the same place. You can see it there yet. Oh, look at a little screen. You think, oh, you'll never see that. But of course, if you're on a TV, not that bit, Belle, you will. You can see how my board gets. I was going to say mocket. That's a Scottish word. Dirty. Bits on it. In a mess. There you go. So that's the 4 tails off. Okay. So as I said, from there to there, and we're going to do this one to there to the middle as well. So we do a row. Okay. I'm going to hold on to that so I don't sew the wrong edge. Has been known many a time. I'm just doing it one at a time. With a bit more confidence I could do the chain pieces, as I said. So there's the 2, okay, on there. So I want this one flipped onto there to make that top row. I know which seam now, I know which side to sew now. Yeah, and before. Machine chucking away, I think it needs a clean. Anyway, there, so I've got a good 1/4 inch here from the point, and that's where, when you join the next block, you want to go to that point. You see, you don't want to take any of that point off. That's the trick. It's a simple block, it really is. If a beginner can do this, it'd be great. Very effective. So again, the middle row, just the 2 rectangles onto there. I'm going to hold that edge because I know I get it wrong. And there we go. Every little tail of fabric, so that's my middle one, I know that. Let's get the board up again for you. Okay, and that one flips over there. Going well so far, isn't it? Yeah, don't say anything about. Considering what I usually do off the top of my head, a book frightens the life out of me, or a pattern. Don't like being told what to do, I think. Right, so that's that section. I'll lay that down on there for you. There, and that, and now we've got the bottom. So, take it over, Belle, and hold the seam, the side I'm going to stitch. I just want to make sure the corners meet, because it's such a precise thing. And this is looking good, because the last time I had overflap there, I knew it wasn't going to work. Like our practice for you, isn't it? For myself. Right, 1/4 inch, see? It's always 1/4 inch. And it's wonderful you get these feet on the machine nowadays, you know. So that's that one. So, hold on, Belle. There. Have I done it wrong? No. See, panic. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, pointing towards the middle. Whew. Panic there for a second. Did you? You got it right, Belle? Yeah, you got it right? Yeah. open that up and put it back on the board for you to see. Yes, and now we sew the rows. Okay, so I'm going to flip that over there, get hold of it, and of course we want the seams butting the opposite way. Okay, so this one is going to my left, so the underneath one will go to my right. Button them together makes a real perfect join. Let me see. Right. So I always keep my finger on that seam, always, and then I stop on it. It can't move while I'm fiddling around with this part. You can pin this. Yeah, probably if you're starting out it'd be a bit easier to pin it, but please take your pin out. You'll break a needle and then it'll get down to the machine sort of thing. So take your pin out to when you go sewing it. When I was at school, we were told just go over the pin. But I must admit I didn't do any sewing for years and years and years quilting. So I'm going to go with this seam here, because that one's going that way, I'm going to put this one this way. Can you go the opposite way? There is a reason for that. I think it's the way it lies as well, so nice and neat. Make sure everything's lined up. No rush, don't rush it, enjoy it. See, I've slowed my machine down. I've actually looked like I've wandered a bit there. So I'm coming up to the fold over, so I want to make sure I'm going to go over it nice and neat. So there's the top half. Okay, put it on the board for you again. I'm going to press it down a bit with my fingers. And now we're going to join this one to there. Okay. Flip that over. So this one's to the, again the same way. You can see the one underneath going to my right, so this one's going to my left. Butt against, pin it if you need to. See, I'm still not happy there because it's so precise. And you've got to remember this here will stretch a wee bit. I think it's on the bias there. Still learning. I'm going to get a pair of L plates on my machine. So that's up away. Underneath down. Stop on the join. So I'm going to make sure that's up away and this one's down the opposite way. These two here. I hope that you can understand that. Makes sense to you. So just take the time over that. And we shall have a nice look. Okay. So, on the board belt. No, it won't put it on board because I haven't ironed it yet. See, them joins are perfect there. Okay, and that's what we really want. And see, I've got the 1/4 of an inch there to join on compared to this other one. It's because I had to re-sew it. I know the reason. See there. So that's why I thought, do it 1/4 of an inch away. The book said scant. Don't like that word scant. That's just guesswork to my mind. See, that one's slightly higher, but I'll get away with it, hopefully. It is a lovely block, isn't it? It is a lovely colour, actually. I'm quite pleased with that. So I think I will carry on. Shall I? Shan't I? You'll have to come back and see, won't you? Eh? So, thank you for watching this. It'd be lovely if you subscribe, like, leave a comment. I've got some great comments lately, and I'm really, really grateful for you leaving them. I'm getting nervous. And what was I tell you? I'm getting nervous. And yeah, the subscriptions I got on my last lattice work, somebody left a comment, it was called lattice work, I didn't know. I thank you for leaving that comment, and thank you all for leaving your comments. So come back next time, see where I'm going with this one, eh? Okay, bye for now. Take care.